I can't find the notes for today's video. That's it, I'll give up. Wait up, Finn. You don't need to give up. All you need is to restart your day. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back folks, lovely to see you. So we've all had one of those days, haven't we, where something happens to upset us, someone else upsets us, or we lose focus and it just feels like the whole day is ruined. But it doesn't have to be. So in today's video, I'm going to share a tip with you that I learned in the early days of recovery on how to restart a bad day and turn a bad day around. But before we get stuck in, if you are new around here, a very, very big welcome. My name is Finn and I make content on gender transition, mental health and LGBT lifestyle. If this is something you like the sound of, then I'd love it if you'd subscribe, join our incredible community and know that in subbing to my channel, you really do help support the content I make. So let's talk about those bad days and what we can do to turn them around. So I learned this incredibly simple trick of restarting a day in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. In early days of recovery, when I learned this tool, it was just a life changer for me. And it's stayed a staple life tool for me throughout my whole recovery so far. And it's such a simple trick that I often take for granted its incredible transformative power. So today, I thought I'd share it with you. Let's first start with, why do days go bad? Days go bad for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps like me, you have mental health challenges, you battle with depression, low mood and anxiety, or perhaps you have a health condition. I have hypothyroidism, so my levels of fatigue can fluctuate quite a lot. And on any given day, I can wake up with the best intentions, but perhaps I have a low mood, which then zaps my productivity, or perhaps something happens and because I'm already low, I get easily knocked. And then this can affect my day and just make me think that the whole day is completely ruined. But even without mental health challenges, a day can go wrong for a number of reasons. Bad days, things happening, is just an unfortunate part of life. Or perhaps fortunate, because without the bad, we wouldn't appreciate the good. Perhaps you woke up in a great mood and then you opened a letter to discover that you've gone over your overdraft and you've been charged. Or perhaps you go to work and you have an argument with a colleague and then a good day starts turning into a bad one. Or perhaps you were just had all these plans for the day to be productive and you find yourself muddling through the day and not getting anything done you wanted to get done. And all of these things just make you think, oh, the day is just completely and utterly ruined. Nothing's turned out how I planned. I'm just going to give up. But a bad moment does not have to ruin an entire day. When something happens to threaten our mood and threaten our entire day, we can feel really powerless. And in many ways, we are powerless. We often cannot control what happens to us. However, what we can control is how we respond to what happens to us. We can always choose our response. We have a choice in how we respond to what happens. We can either let the spiralling self-talk continue, we can replay the event over and over, we can get angry and resentful at the person or the thing that has impacted our day, and this can just make the day spiral more and more and more. Or we can choose to let go of what's happened and restart the day rather than give up on it. And it's never too late to restart a day. Sometimes days go bad within 6 minutes of waking up, sometimes days go bad within 6 hours of waking up. Whatever time of day it happens, you can restart your day at any time of the day, and you can restart it as many times as you need. So, how do we restart a day? Restarting a day requires just a few simple tools. The most important one is the ability to let go and move on. The way I restart my day is with 4 basic steps. Firstly, when I start to notice that my day is spiraling, I stop. I'll get myself somewhere quiet where I can be by myself and take a few moments, whether sitting or standing, just to gather myself. Take some deep breaths and get out of my head and into the moment. Because when things are spiraling, we're usually stuck in our head. We're either reliving what happened or we're engaged in negative self-talk about all the things we wish we'd done or said. And all of these just keep the cycle of negativity and bad mood going. So we need to get out of that head and bring us back into the moment, ground your feet in the floor, focus on your breath, get out of that head into the moment. Secondly, once I'm in a calmer space, I can then begin to acknowledge what's happened. Because restarting a day isn't about avoidance. It's not about saying that what's happened doesn't matter. Instead, it's about looking at what's happened from a more calm perspective and from a perspective of responding to what's happened rather than reacting to it. Thirdly, in a calm space, having acknowledged the event, I can then make a choice on how I'm going to respond to it. And this can be either choosing to do something about what's happened now, or maybe it's something we need to do later on. So we evaluate that. So for example, if it had been that I'd got up in a great mood, opened a letter for a bank fee, I could ring up, sort that out now, so that's dealt with and it's sorted out. Perhaps it was I had an argument with my partner on the way out the door. I can't do anything about that until he comes home later, so I'm going to shelve it, get on with my day, talk to him later. If it's to do with my mood, and perhaps my mood's low or I'm tired, then I can reevaluate and think, okay, the plans I had for today, are they actually going to work in light of how I feel? Do I need to just be more gentle with myself? Do I need a day off? Or do I need to just do some different things today in response to how my mood or fatigue levels are? And finally, for the fourth step, having calmed myself down, got out of my head and into the moment, acknowledged what's happened and decided what to do from now, I can now step forward into my day, restarting it with that new plan in place. And you can do this in a number of ways. You can do it metaphorically, where you just draw a line under what's happened. You've made a choice as to what you're going to do in response to the event that occurred. Now you're just going to draw a line under that and step into the day. Or you can actually have a little ritual. Now, I have a morning routine where I get up, I do some meditation, I write in a journal. So often what I will do, if I'm noticing that a day is just spiraling, I will do these steps and then I'll take a few moments just to write in my journal, and that is my trigger then to tell my mind, that's it, you've written in your journal, now we're stepping into a new day. And that's it. That's how you restart a day. This really is such a simple tool, but it is so effective. The main reason it's effective is because it gives us the power back. It shows us that we are the master of our day and the master of our lives. No matter what happens to us, we always have a choice. You know, we get swept by life all the time. Life is up and downs and things happen, but we can always choose to respond. And it doesn't have to be that this has ruined a day. This thing has happened and we can shelve it and move forward. And also with this tool, it means we can stop putting stuff off, because often we get up with best intentions, something happens and you think, oh, do you know what, it doesn't matter, I'll just leave it till next Monday. And we end up putting our life off this way. We end up swept at life without any oars. The restart the day tip is your oar, to put the brakes on and choose where you're going to steer yourself next. And that power is always in your hands. I really hope that was helpful. If you do try this trick out for yourself, I would absolutely love to hear your experiences of trying this tool in your own life. So please do leave me a message in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos on mental health and well-being and more tips and tricks for managing life, I shall link you to a playlist here. Thanks for watching. Keep on keeping on, folks. See you next week.